still nowhere near finding Imperator. I'd better check on Abby. Abby? Leave it to me. One more time. No hesitation. Hopefully the end has come. Bad timing. I sense your weakness. Break. Hopefully this helps.
The sea is a mirror. It reflects the shape of your soul in its tides.
I will be there for everyone as we head toward our shared...
The tides have whispered of your arrival. How exquisite. Like a storm crashing into a still sea, stirring it to life with waves that reach for the sky.
Crabster? It's taking longer for Abby.
Hey, there's nothing to worry about.
Let's hear.
Didn't the Sentinels say they're locked up in some... Well, how about I just...
The tower is either too far to see, otherwise we would have seen something in the shape you're in.
Hey, come on. It won't hurt to try.
Wind, guide me.
Music itself holds no emotion. It's the heart that grants it meaning. So, dear listener, tell me. Wow. Salutations, Rover. My name is Jacona, a wandering bard. I was sent by Lady Carlotta to find you. As I passed that surprise,
If Carlotta asked you to find me...
Lady Carlotta told me you encountered the supposed martyred maiden, Cartathea. She dispatched search teams soon after. That's why she asked me to use my forte to recreate the frequency you experienced at the...
Recreate the frequency?
Well, it's a little tricky to explain in words. The more details, the better. Let's see here. Tweak a... Now then, Rover.
Tune in to my memories. Does that mean...
Laureate. Our tacit marks are glowing again. What is the meaning of this?
Someone used their resonance ability to help me relive this...
How did you first come to notice me?
The Sentinel. Imperator's...
You heard the Sentinel's voice. Then tell me.
Well, Imperator called you the Lost, but you really don't have any idea.
My memories are fragmented. I also remember fighting. You seem deeply concerned about the Sentinel.
frequencies got split apart. Basically, we're sorta in that hover mode you once joked about.
This must be the frequency that's entangled within you. Yes, I'm experiencing a similar kind of frequency split. I feel its frequency weakening. You said you heard the Sentinel's voice.
They spoke of being ensnared in an inverted tower.
Ensnared? Does that mean? I'm sure you've noticed that I was drawn here only as a freak. My true form currently resides inside an inverted sonorosphere, suspended high in the sky. At its center, I've sensed a voice calling out to me from behind.
Say, it's really faint, so I barely noticed earlier. Is that a Threnodian smell I'm getting from you?
The scent of a Threnodian. You can perceive the...
It's not an exact one-to-one with that big Ovathraxula meatball I had. But I never mix up.
Abby has a nose for these sort of things. So, it's safe to say, Abby...
Do you think I'm the
If we're making assumptions, given your current situation, it is possible that could be the reason behind losing all.
I take it this... After all, that unique echo of yours needs the Sentinel's power. Even in adventure tales, it's not always the witch who loses her memory. In that case, it appears we share the same goal. Spending so much time alone in the sonorosphere, I've braced myself for whatever may come until
I want to know what's going on with Imperator in that tower. How can I reach your sonorosphere?
A part of the sonorosphere is actually on land that I cannot leave, and no one. I'm afraid that won't do. That barrier also acts as the power source that maintains the sonorosphere's integrity. And the ruins, along with the tacit discords it houses, would come...
You said no one can get in.
Yes. I've occasionally sensed some... Perhaps they know something.
Any distinguishing features?
Almost like a deep-sea jellyfish. I wasn't able to get a clear look. It would seem this resonance ability can...
I'll look for a way to find this person.
Something, no matter the outcome. This...
Rover? Rover! Oh, thank goodness. You're finally... How are you feeling? Any... Phew. I tried everything, but you just wouldn't wake up. Wait a second. Did you actually fall asleep listening to my music? Oh.
No, it was really...
Helpful for your sleeping troubles, hmm? Wow, so my forte created as the girl. Is she friend or foe? I have a feeling this is going to be... I'll pass this information.
Pardon the intrusion, my lord. My name is Sebastian. As per Milady's instructions, I have been
The
entrusted...
Phasalia family. Why does she want to talk with...
Milady has expressed a desire to clear up.
Tell her I accept the invitation.
I will convey your message.
Didn't expect the head of the Phasalia family to come looking for you. She's just as unpredictable as... I suppose you would want to know more about her. She's known to be a recluse, and rarely makes public appearances. I've heard quite a few rumors. I have Shadow of the Ancient, Lady Bane, or maybe Entangler of Hearts. Hello, that's why they're called rumors. So, ready to dive right in? Well, long story short, their lineage even predates the Old Word Is. They select the new head of household. Stories about the current head of the Phasalias get even wilder. Others say she's a master in the art of manipulation, drowning. In any case, if you're set on meeting her...
The way she describes the head of Phasalia reminds me of how I can't rule out the possibility that they're the...
Who will sink into the depths with me? Surge of deep tides. Sink into the depths with me. Sink into the endless deep. Fall from the abyss. That tickles. I'm no stranger to this sensation. Struggle. Savor this. Sleep in the whispers of sirens. Silence. Feel the tide pull. Surge of deep tides. Hey. Oh, this will be fun. Call from the abyss. Surge of deep tides. Call from the abyss. Hey. Call from the abyss. Hey. Surge of deep tides. Hey. Call from the abyss. Caresses of the waves. Smother. Surge of deep tides. The sunken depths. Sink into the endless deep. Hey. Surrender to it. Try not to blink. I call from the abyss. Smother. Surge of deep tides. Sleep in the whispers of sirens. Call from the abyss. Struggle. Feel the tide pull. Suffocate. Surge of deep tides engulfed by sea's venom.
I was still in negotiations with her emissaries. Was it meant to be a diversion all along? They invited you and you alone. As a Montelli, I'm in no position to intervene. That being said, if the Phassalias try anything against you, I'll get you out. Even if it means storming through their front gates. In the meantime, I'll keep looking for more information and the person Garcia mentioned to you. I'll call you as soon as I find anything.
Got it. An unexpected discovery. Wind, guide me.
Now, if you'll please just... One moment, please. I shall
That won't be necessary. To keep our honored guest wait, especially when it was I who extended the invitation. Cantarella Phasalia, 36th matriarch of the Phasalia, honorable laureate, the new crown of the Carnival. Very well. If you may also call me Cantarella. Now, shall we proceed? Won't you have a... I hope you'll accept this tea, as members of the family may have troubled you. You still hold a grudge.
This tea. Is it?
I invited you here.
Before we get into that,
I imagine it concerns the Phasalia. It would seem, Gilberto, but let's not dwell on that. What is your opinion on the current state of Ragu? So you've noticed something is amiss. And what exactly do you...
why haven't the Thrunodian and the Sentinel ever...
Because the Thrunodian's invasion... The Thrunodian, so named Leviathan, possesses the power. Though the previous two attempts were thwarted, the tall mast of the galleon that is Ragu... Now the blissfully ignorant masses... Friend or foe? Yes. And on the other, there's our family. But once the soul fractures, now that we've come this far, my only hope is that once you learn everything. Come. The truth you seek lies in the deepest part of the castle.
The aroma from these plants. It's the same scent that was in the study.
This is it. Are you prepared?
Yes.
Now that we're here, I'm afraid I can't let you leave. Even if you want to. Just as I expected, that what you see in the sanctuary is the Sentinel. A majestic steed that the Order worships a half-horse, half-sea creature divinity. A form although the Sentinel's will has yet to fade, I wish to ask you to persuade the Sentinel of Jinzhou, Jue, to come to Renacita, to save Imperator. In return, I will agree. I understand the position you are. Perhaps a stay at my estate would. I can offer you a glimpse into Renacita's past.
There might still be a path forward. Carlotta once helped me interpret some stained glass images, only more biased towards the Order. Do you think that's also...
Care to elaborate? The part regarding the maiden. The Sentinel does indeed appoint a maiden to be their resonator, though not in the way the Carnival. That's because Imperator wields the power to... With it, they can withdraw a This is how the Sword of Divinity, Turvin, came to be. To resonate with the sword is to
Then, what about Cardathea?
The martyred maiden. Perhaps she resonated with the Threnodian, but choosing her could not have... The maiden was already dead. In the past, each year the Phasalia family would hold the divine trials to select... Though none succeeded, I was one of them. There was a moment where I also learned that only when I awoke from that vision, I would never mistake my own handwriting. The words were, "The maiden is dead."
An inverted ruin suspended in the sky. If Turvin is the key to entering the Sonorosphere, it stands to reason that Imperator may have played a role in the sphere's creation. If I can confirm that Turvin was truly left by Imperator, Cantarella said she was overclocked. That's exactly what happened with Jinchi. Could Imperator be trying to restore? If that's the case, my permission should cause a reaction. That's one way to...
I suppose all that's left is its symbolic value. However, do handle it with care. Rover, who are you really? The Sentinel's arbiter?
Well, I have some information.
Please. I would never have imagined someone already What surprises me even more is the connection We Thessalians revere Imperator as our one true divinity. And yet, would it be more fitting to address you as Master? Then, are you willing to help rescue our Sentinel and pull Renacita back from the brink of chaos?
The only question now is how we reach Cardathia.
We can discuss it on the way.
So you're the one that Cardathia sensed wandering outside the Sonorosphere.
A question that you already know the answer to, although being described as a jellyfish. There is a cable car in the lower levels of the Thessalia estate that leads directly to the Sonorosphere. The mechanism beside that wall can activate the lift.
I will be there for everyone, as we head toward our shared future, leaving the past behind. Why do the Thessalias have a cable car that leads directly to the Sonorosphere?
Before it became a Sonorosphere, it was a seminary known as the Avenolium. The martyred maiden once pursued her studies there. A superficial harmony needed to be maintained between the Thessalias and the Order, and this underground cable car was intended to send scions of the famine. You seem perturbed. Are you still gathering your thoughts?
Everything that's happened has all lined up so perfectly. It makes me think it's too good to be true.
I'd like to share a different perspective. Rivers eventually converge into the same ocean. If a goal is mutual, then it's only a matter of time before they meet. Our choices and our will have led us to this situation, not the wishes of fate.
You are quite different from what the rumors say.
Oh. And what rumors have you heard?
That you're a recluse, a mystic, obsessed with the crafting of poison. Oh, and that you poisoned your predecessor? Those kinds of rumors.
A recluse? On the contrary, I've been searching for a solution to the Sentinel's plight, and rarely return to Renacita. After most of my leads fell short, a friend at Mingting in Huanglong introduced me to the stories they were telling of you.
A friend?
All the affairs of Huanglong states eventually land in one person's hands. Would you care to take a guess at the identity of this friend of mine?
Why not put the other rumors to rest?
Because the rest of them are all true. I see it'll take more than that to rattle you, huh? I assure you, this is no jest. We Thessalias have lived under the Threnodians' whispers for generations. Once the soul fractures, the mind will follow, until only a puppet remains. When the soul of the ruling head falters, Thessalia tradition dictates that the successor usher them into eternal slumber, with a poison of their own making. My succession ritual? Well, an unforeseen incident gave rise to whispers that sparked those rumors.
How long has this been going on?
For centuries. Every generation. Outside, they call me the Bane, but historically every head of the Phasalia family has carried such a title. It just so happens that I am the most potent one yet. We've reached the old seminary's undercrypt. The gateway into the Sonorosphere itself lies at its center. We shall continue on foot from here. Strange. This area was clear of tacit discords on my last visit. And there's no tacit field nearby. Could they have come from the Sonorosphere itself?
Didn't think there would be goldbugs here.
Interesting. I've never seen such little creatures before. Would you mind sparing me from it?
I'd better not ask what she plans to do.
The road ahead will not be an easy one.
What exactly happened here?
The second dark tide. It occurred right here at the Avenolium, the largest seminary ever built by the Order. It arrived on the very day the Blessed Maiden passed her trials and was crowned by the Order. A day when the leaf burned brighter than ever, and when the darkness came, none escaped. These days, what most people remember is the seminary disappearing into the sky. But in truth, the dark tide that should have spread across Rinascita vanished along with it. Yet due to a lack of records, the second dark tide slowly faded from memory. I was there when it all happened, still an ordinary member of the family, watching it unfold from a boat just outside the seminary. It wasn't until later, when I attempted to resonate with Turvin, that I gained a partial glimpse of the Sonorosphere's interior.
It sounds like someone inside the seminary did something to stop the spread.
Precisely. It could very well have been Cartophia's doing, but, as with the first time, there's also the chance it was the Sentinel who turned the tide. I can sense the conflict within you. The The gateway into the Sonorosphere is just on the other side of this bridge. This is the furthest I've ever managed to venture. Judging from the bits of information the Sentinel gave me, Turvin is the key to entering the Sonorosphere. And who can wield...
You have come. Greetings. I'm
Cantarella Phasalia.
Oh, a Phasalia.
I had the privilege of watching the blessed... I'm rather surprised. After all, but you and I should be around.
I'm also unsure of what's happened to me. This must be the sort of divinity.
You shouldn't have knowledge of this sort.
Memories flowed into my mind just as you entered the sun.
Cantarella said that only those who resonate with Turvin are...
Would you mind if I tried touching? The question of whose resonator I am is now perfectly clear. If I am not the Sentinel's resonator...
Don't jump to conclusions just yet.
Huh? This connection formed between the Sentinel and the Threnodian.
Right now, you're the sole survivor of...
As you spoke, I remembered the Sword of Discord, Hogness, and the Sword of Yes. Placing the three swords on their respective pedestals. But why would this information be revealed?
If we do nothing, instead of speculating,
Lady May,
Please, Cartathea.
I've waited for this. I will not turn back. Even if the thought of the final answer troubles you, then I suggest...
Since you are willing to overlook the possibility, I underestimated your resolve. Simply place Turvin on the pedestal behind me.
what you said to Cartathea back there.
Rather effective on someone of her personality. Wouldn't you agree?
Are you all right? The gravity that occupies this space is the opposite of what you're... I believe it's to prevent them from falling to the ground. Tacit discords. The dark tide.
I imagine it's also a symbolic. This view matches with what...
Until you get used to the gravity here, I suggest we travel via phone. It's the name I gave to a gondola.
This gondola...
Oh dear. I completely forgot about this. Isn't Abby
Well then, the two of you go on ahead.
You look distracted. Still thinking about what Cantarella said about fearing answers.
My powers are very weak, and many tacit discords roam the sonorosphere. Thus, I've been limited in the areas I can explore. All I can do is sit here, lost in thought, trying to figure out who I... We'll be arriving at the first water rise soon. A few details, if you don't mind.
Feeling nervous?
Of course. The last time I tried to pass it like this... Where were my manners? I can assure you that won't happen again. As for the rest of the way, I see it clearly now. Vines, over there.
I can feel strong remnant.
The Order's remnant spark must be inside the statue. I see now. The link to release it we'll need once we have the remnant spark. We can use...
If the Thenodian created the Dark Tide...
Abby is still unwell. More Dark Tide remnants. Don't worry. This much... The vines are remnants of the Dark Tide. Foe won't be able to cross through them. Let's disembark here and find...
Tonight, all the riddles are solved. Behold, the elixir of resurrection.
This calibrator seems to be operational. One moment. That should do it. Why don't you give it a try?
You're back.
What a night to remember.
It's turning. Rotate the gravity calibrator to change the direction of the gravity's pull. If we use this, we should be able to reach areas we previously couldn't.
Hopefully this helps. One more time. I sense your weakness. Bad timing. Break. Hopefully this helps. The hour is upon us.
Hurry. We need to purify the other statues before the Dark Tide's corruption returns. Sounds like Foam's getting impatient. Let's head back.
Did you feel any discomfort while we were clearing out the remnants?
Nothing out of the ordinary. I felt fine. I suppose this alone is not enough to determine whose resonator I am.
Yeah, you've helped a lot. Don't worry about that for now. Another water rise is coming up. You planning to hold on to something?
Why didn't you tell me sooner?
An unexpected discovery. By the way, you said the inverted gravity is to stop the dark tide from descending into the city. But all we've seen so far are just its remnants.
And that's because this very waterway we're sailing on used to be the Dark Tide itself. In these waters, gravity isn't the only thing that's inverted. Its very essence is too. Obstacles ahead. Let's get off here. There it is, up there. But judging by the distance, we'd be hard-pressed to make it back in time.
Can you use your ability from somewhere in between to clear them all at once?
I might not have that range. But there may be tacitite devices nearby that can help amplify my forte. Let's see if we can find one. That's it. A tacitite device.
Strike finish. Hopefully this helps. Break.
This should do the trick.
Hopefully this helps. Moment of resonance. I sense you. Hopefully this helps. You okay?
Just catching my breath. You go get the remnant spark. Up ahead is the Tower of Salvation. That's where the first pedestal is located.
Tower of Salvation.
Yes, a name taken from the Order's Codex.
Wind, guide me. Cherish every gain.
I'd rather know I'm a villain than remain a wanderer, lost in a world without understanding. To live with no memory of the past. Would it be so different from choosing to end it all? I must find the answer. Only then will I know how to face the memories I still carry. As for you, if I really am...
I can take care of myself. If it comes to that.
I should go back for Cantarella. Will you wait here for us?
Of course.
I hope you won't mind the extra trip, Foe.
I saw signs of battle along the way. Is anyone injured? Well, you seem to be in perfect, but if you say so, I can. Oh, I insist.
Wind, guide me.
There's no knowing what will happen once Turvin is placed on the pedestal. It's best we prepare ourselves.
No longer shall you bear these thorns as a reminder. Fleur-de-Lis, child of salvation.
I choose salvation.
In the name of divinity, through this sacred rite, from this day, rise, none but the Master.
I told ya to stop sticking random stuff in here. Do you have any idea how messed up and humongous that... I should ask you that. What did you do just now? I was dozing when bam! Out of nowhere, it almost squished.
I'm guessing putting Turvin on the ped...
Oh, hey! It smells just as unnatural as that...
The Sentinel of Jinjo. If what our little echo...
Huh? But the Sentinel isn't...
The power to split and...
It is reminiscent of the moment of Turvin's creation.
Why would it do that?
I believe it was meant for the true, under the right circumstances. The one to wield this sword. The Sentinel entrusted their power to the Resonator, so that she could lend assistance.
If Imperator set this in motion, then their original plan, Cardathea. That means your guidance.
But
I believe in you. Is there anything else you remember?
I just remembered the day I was crowned by the Order.
But I didn't see the dark top.
That is all I...
Is that...
You witnessed it as well, can...
No. They seemed to belong to other places within the sonata. I believe this is where we should rest. We'll wait until sunrise. Now, what could you possibly want with me at a time like this?
You were pretty harsh.
Before I learned of those records, while I would be willing, the more I allow myself to cling, it's only then I can be certain these thoughts are my own. Now, what could you possibly want?
Is it true that the Phasalia family...
The leader of... That was a long time ago. After their
Is this why you had no choice?
No. The reason...
What do you mean?
Long ago, Turvin, when the conflict had settled, he arranged he told the Phasalias that when he traveled through the first dark, the heavenly voices he heard were not revelation. As I told you before, Leviathan is a Threnodian. The Sentinel realized the Threnodians' plots, and thus the first to save Raguna from the grim fate brought by the dark. This power allowed him to imbue...
And this power was released.
Yes. The other part was kept. It was in that very moment when the...
If what you're saying is true, did the spiritual plague you?
Although the Primus's body remained whole, his soul was... The Sentinel's power failed to shield the Primus from the Threnodians. In the end, during that private meeting...
So that's why...
The Phasalia family was powerless against the Order at that time. Now what could you possibly... Yet after trying for...
I don't think she wants to continue this conversation.
Now what could you possibly want?
Are you going to search?
The more clues... Oh, afraid I've slipped something in.
I'm just curious why the matriarch of...
Food is always an easy...
Ha!
Is there anything else you'd like to ask? I'll share with you. It is...
I take it you...
It is a place where sickness, hunger, from a literal standpoint, in the beginning, the dark time, the dead, they would grow mouths and sing, even those who did not believe. When a soul is corrupted and when every faithful, the final act of the...
Is this the future you...
Yes. Is there anything else you'd like to ask? I'll share with you. That was its name. This seminary built in an...
What did they teach?
The Order's scriptures.
Shouldn't a seminary...
This was a seminary reserved only for resonators. Besides, the doctrine of salvation. Is there anything else you'd like to ask? I'll share with you all the sword of discord. I can't... But as for Haltier, how did it end up?
Perhaps we'll know once we find it.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask? I'll share with you. It's... You should get some rest.
You mean besides being Listen, it's not a single frequency. It's like which is why it's so hard to see if it was a threat. But since it's a crumbly mass...
We might encounter something, so keep an eye on this for...
Will do.
I thought I'd slip away quietly and avoid any fuss. But now, you. Since you're all here, how about a morning stroll? They're a lot feistier than before.
You help?
Why not save it? Hey? Riptides claim you. Feel the tide pull. Well, this is...
You're here for the Sentinel.
What I saw yesterday caught my attention. And besides, I'd rather not spend the day...
Are you sure you want to...
Such concern for... Mind if I take...
Go ahead. It's no use now.
It may still come...
I'll add you in my terminal. Call me if you need help.
I just might ring you up once things are settled.
If only I could still fight.
Everyone's doing their part. Don't worry. Nobody's perfect. The waterway up ahead is completely blocked.
That garden once housed dragon echoes. Now there's nothing left but tacit discords. This is where the acolyte... Perhaps that's Steely over there.
You don't remember from...
As the blessed make... Sounds like they're talking about one of the three... Maybe we could find...
Let's give it a try. There's no point in fighting hard. At that distance, we should take a wing ray.
I'll have to...
Hold on tight. Don't go falling off.
Wind, guide me.
That one. There's a gravity calibrator up ahead. Let's put it to good use.
Cardathea, grab on tight.
Huh? Oh, okay. That's our goal, right there.
Help me guide the wing ray to the top of the statue.
Of course. Is this really okay?
Saves us the trouble of finding some trigger mechanism. Are these the so-called dragons?
Is that a problem?
Yeah, the last one was bigger.
Which last one?
Gammon. Ever heard of it?
I used to write it.
Wind, guide me. Cherish every gain.
It's Hogness. There's a gravity calibrator behind the collapsed wall we just passed. The remnant spark should be able to incinerate.
You can let go now. How are you feeling?
So soft. So cuddly. I mean, I'm fine.
An unexpected discovery.
The waterway is still incomplete. It's identical to the last, same as before.
Leave it to me. Hope the hour is upon us. I sense your weakness. Hopefully the end has come. No hesitation. Don't push yourself too hard.
It's okay. I'm just doing my part.
we're still missing an area.
Over there.
That might be too high for the wing.
Same as before.
Leave it to me. Hopefully this helps. The end has come. No hesitation. I sense your weakness. Hopefully this helps. No hesitation. An unexpected discovery. Cardathia?
I'm ready.
Leave it to me. A moment of resonance. Hopefully this helps. The end has come.
It's been so beautiful.
Do you want to stop for a while?
No, We have more important.
Let's check back on Hogn. Cherish every gain.
Let me remove the sword.
We'll do it together.
But
If it's a trap.
no,
How does it feel to trust?
it feels. Why don't you call Foam over? Try whistling. Like this.
Here goes.
Foam heard you. Come on.
The way you were when you saw the plushy echo. It was unexpected. I think the martyrdom of the blessed fleur-de-lis needs a rewrite.
What's that?
A play about you, written by Cristoforo the playwright.
Oh. How did he portray me?
I would rather hear the joyous songs of the masses than any solemn hymn of remembrance. Perhaps the Sentinel feels the same.
I'd never say that.
In the end, no matter what anyone else says, as long as you stay true to yourself, everything will be alright. Doesn't matter if it's the Threnodian or the Sentinel. They don't get to change who you are.
What you said back there. Thank you.
Fleur-de-lis, my resonator, why abandon thy own?
You are a false divinity. Gehenna will reveal the truth.
Gehenna, the one blessed by the dark tide. Look, my most beloved.
I will never. If divinity takes up arms against the innocent, with the support and hope of they fell. You saw that too, Gehenna. The one you mentioned earlier. Thank you, Anna. Casatomo. I am not your enemy.
Hey, Rover?
Shh. Someone needs a quiet moment.
I found my true self again because I know who some of my memories have
Feeling better?
No, not yet. That is why we need to investigate them.
Mike? That blue thingy in your tacit mark totally tastes like Threnodian. Of course not. Like I said, it's mixed.
If the Sentinel splits their own energy, then why would they split off the Threnodian's energy and then channel it through Hognis to the person who unsealed the path? Huh?
You are a resonator born of the merge between the Sentinel and Threnodian.
I haven't forgotten how I became a resonator. And I know. Do you think the mixed frequencies output?
The answer might lie behind. Cardathia is starting to make sense of things. Same as before? Oop.
Of course. Is there anything you'd like to discuss? Dragon Tacit Discords lived. They are fiercely. Gehenna was their king. We hoped he would bring us the truth. Is there anything you'd like to discuss? I am a resonator born of them. Do I belong to the Threnodian? Or the Jewei's resonator said I would like to meet her someday. Is there anything you'd like to discuss? I need to clear my mind. You should get some rest. It's late.
Good evening. How goes progress on your end? So, a portion of...
Do you trust Cardathia now?
Rover, this... You may know the ingredient. It might become an elixir. I've watched it happen. One must
So...
I found...
Such a...
It would take too long to explain. I will be there when your journey ends.
What? My eyes are still peeled. Nope.
Imperator has the power to so the source of that connection might very...
Isn't there one last place to go?
Is that Cardathia?
Sorry I woke you.
Were you singing?
Yes. A farewell song from the people. During that battle. And before my memories came back, so now... Do you think I'm...
No. I'm not just saying that to comfort. I once saw two friends. One who was already dead. When frequencies are concentrated in one place, they might still be your voice. After all, these
Really?
They haven't made a move against us.
I'm glad. No. If they can... I need to give them a...
You can ease up a little, as long as they're...
Bound by obsession.
Cardathia? Hey, since we know you don't carry any blame, should I call you Cardathia or Fleur-de-Lis?
Cardathia. I want to stay here for a moment.
Morning, Gardathea.
It's time to go.
Let's do it.
Someone's telling us to hurry up. I wonder how Cantarella's doing.
We can call her if you're worried.
Wait, I'm not ready yet.
Ever the early riser? Did you call to say good morning?
Good morning.
Is something the matter, Cartathea?
I just wanted to know how you're doing.
So you did care. Good to know my efforts weren't wasted.
She hung up. Was that meant as encouragement?
Everyone shows kindness in their own way.
Over there. That's Haltia.
That paint.
Cadento!
He's not who you think he is. I sense you're weak. Hopefully this helps. The end has come.
Let's finish rebuilding the waterway.
Identical to the last one, but we have to remove the shackle.
Bound by obsession, till relieved of duty. Oh, Cadento, won't you let go?
Moment of resonance. Strike from the shadows.
I'm going to break the chains.
Wait, I have an idea.
That is impressive.
Same as before.
Watch out!
The hour is upon us. Strike from the shadows. faster each time. Moment of resonance. I sense your weakness. Break. The hour is upon us. Leave it to me.
Watch out!
The end has come. No hesitation. Strike from the shadows.
Just like me. He's finally been freed.
There. Now I can smash that statue back in.
The morph painting over there should allow us to reach the highest point.
Did you know that echo well?
Cadanto was my first echo after I joined the Order. When I stood against the Threnodian, he took a mortal blow meant for me and fell to the dark tide. I never thought he'd come back as a tacit discord.
But he still recognized the sword and was still trying.
Haltia was my saber. I practiced with it often in sparring sessions with Cadanto. Looks like he's still trapped in the past, doesn't it?
Wind, guide me.
go well.
Gadento was my first echo after I joined the Order. When I stood against the Threnodian, he took a mortal blow meant for me and fell to the dark tide. I never thought he'd come back as a tacit discord.
But he still recognized the sword and was still trying to protect it.
Haltia was my saber. I practiced with it often in sparring sessions with Gadento. Looks like he's still trapped in the past, doesn't it?
Wind, guide me.
We must finish this and free Gadento.
He's back again. Hopefully this helps. Moment of resonance. Hopefully this helps. The hour is upon us. No hesitation.
Yeah, he's a tough cookie. I wanna eat! Huh?
I'll handle this.
Please, allow him to fight at your side.
Fleur-de-Lis, wilt thou return?
Someone must expose your lie.
Is that so? Fleur-de-Lis, why dost thou why dost thou hear? Why dost thou act all this? The answer, Fleur-de-Lis. I made thee all that thou art. I fed upon the trust thy resonance brought.
What? Those
Looks like Abby settled down. I'm starting to remember the force that modulated the Sentinel and... No, it wasn't what I originally intended. I think having this crown, it turned... This is what the Threnodian uses to control... When the Threnodian unleashed the second Dark Tide, as the Cartathea you see, I chose to be broken from the very beginning. You see, when I destroyed the Threnodian that had taken over the Sentinels, she was the part of me that was left after I split the Threnodian's endless wisp. That's why she had no choice at using such resonance abilities. So, you see, all that was given, possessed, this is how I end not just its life, but its very existence. Fleur-de-Lis. Today. Will you accompany me? Seems like I won't get a chance to apologize to Cantarella. Her preparations were futile. Please, tell her I'm sorry. This was where everything started. I have one final request. Now that you have... Please, use the connection I still share with Fleur. Then, with your power, remake. That way, the Threnodian will remain trapped forever in a lifeless... I have lived my life to the fullest. Cartathea has had her wish fulfilled. She seeks self-destruction. She has lost all. Remaking us as one is the only way I can... I was born to this world cursed. But the puppet born of its wickedness will become... I shall be whole again. A fitting end. I have reached my final destination. Thank you. Neither Cartathea nor Fleur-de-Lis should continue to exist. Don't go.
I heard your request. But I prefer to handle this my way.
Not even whole, yet still ever so determined.
Cantarella.
Home brought me here. I'd have, but it didn't seem like the right. Looks like what I prepared could still be put to good use. The Sentinel Sword. It will help you To pass the divine trials, every potential maiden must those who survive receive fragments of truth, but the lost memories fall into this sonorosphere. Each Turvin absorbs this. The Sentinel's energy flows through you. But you, Cartathea, you alone must choose to...
Does it also hold the sacrifice you made?
No, my sacrifice was... At the time I resonated with the Sentinel, I saw you through their distorted eyes. Or rather, I saw Fleur-de-Lis. In that moment, I made a
What?
The energy I received from the Sentinel, I split it from myself and offered it back to the Sentinel so that only by doing this could Fleur-de-Lis seize the moment to... The real Blessed Maiden is dead. But there is no reason why the false Blessed Maiden cannot herself become the... A person of true character should never be defined. Both you and I were cursed to be mere...
Thank you. In spite...
Had you not stopped the second dark tide? Well, it is we who should be thanking you. At least you can't accuse me of ingratitude. I just need a moment's rest. Apologies. Please? Do give them some privacy.
Abby?
Yeah. Yep, I get it. We're gonna yoink Leviathan out.
Come to me, mighty god killer.
Nowhere to hide. Keep it together. Be gone. Last chance.
You are much weaker.
I'm here to save you!
End me, or I will end you. You would betray yourself. No! This is not betrayal!
A person of true character should never be defined by an inanimate blade. Both you and I were cursed to be mere playthings of the Threnodian. But that doesn't mean we cannot reshape our fate.
In the end, no matter what anyone else says, as long as you stay true to yourself, everything will be all right.
This is me being true to myself! Imperators? No. Your own power? Useless. As long as I can save the person in front of me, I am not useless! No retreat! At least, running, damn it! I tried everything. How could this be? Again, I failed. I'm sorry. This light must not fade. Take my power, my blessings, my past. Seek out a future where I am your blade. We'll find it together. Righteous one.
Tempest! Waves rise. Judgment strikes! Bad timing. The wicked will face judgment. Wind howls, unfettered by bounds. The wicked will face judgment. Tempest of slashes. I am the Tempest! The wicked will face judgment. Wind rises. Wind howls, unfettered by bounds. The wicked will face waves rise. Judgment strikes. Hopefully this helps. Wind howls, unfettered by bounds. The wicked.
Seek out a future where I am your blade. We'll find it together.
Frequency in her body is already...
Arbiter, despair not, for all is not lost. Arbiter, forgive me for meeting thee in such a form.
Imperator.
I safeguarded my core data, lest I be arbiter. Dost thou remember the cover? Soon thou didst desire that I uncover the Threnodian's truth.
With unrestricted access.
Merge with Leviathan. So I allowed it to. The Threnodian is a taint upon civilization.
So?
The Threnodian cannot be undone while civilizing, but we may.
What role does Cardathia...
When Leviathan, I offered knowledge of the rest beings such as we may bear but as the Threnodian used my return pod to conceive an after centuries of failure. We were of one body. Therefore, but mark this well. To the Sentinel, a resonator.
What made you decide to leave Turvan with the Thessalians?
When first I did merge with the Threnodian, I sought only but to bide. After Fleur-de-Lis's conception, but had Fleur-de-Lis fallen to the Threnodian sway, as long as one mortal using Turvin passed, then the law that no being shall bear more than one, this would rend asunder the frequencies of I, Imperator. Such was my intent.
Not all journey toward a final destination. Take my energy. I trust this will.
She forfeited. With that newfound power, I did briefly
But that wasn't your original plan.
No. A plan I could not have. Perhaps this is the influence humanity has. Fleur-de-Lis overcame the fate Leviathan, though the journey was fraught.
I don't know if the end just...
Arbiter.
I can't speak for what I was. You did what you could in that moment.
Arbiter.
Call her Cardathia. How do you intend to bring her...
Remnants of her frequency linger within thy tacit mark. So long as me, this dying breeze hath little time left. Arbiter. What did I fulfill? The charge set upon me? Arbiter. Take these words to the Thessalians. From this day forth, you are free. Cardathia, awaken.
You are...
I am Imperator. Dost thou rage at how life has... If thou wishes to forget...
Such memories. Without the truth. And I would rather suffer. I am true.
I have heard thy wish.
If I go, you will be one. No. To deny my own self, I would be heartless.
Thou hast need of divinity no longer. Though my power hath waned, I now offer thee my blessings. Let the winds of the past depart. The ships of this new era no longer need their guidance. Though the tide's rage is endless, humanity shall embark upon new voyages. No longer shall scroll and prophecy bind, but thy will shall forge a new era. Cardathia, thou art worthy to bear the title of Blessed Maiden.
Righteous one. I have never seen you look as gentle as you did.
Let me ask you this one more time.
I want to say that it doesn't matter, but since you first met me as Cartathea,
Very well.
I thought I saw the Sentinel just now. So where are they? What do we do now? I can't return to Raguna as Fleur-de-Lis. And who I was, and my past aspirations, are all gone. I feel empty. You're right. I'll stay here for a while longer.
The one who defies has banished herself to the High Tower, cleansing the remnants of the Dark Tide. Yet, she knew not that the Dark Tide would never recede. She shall prove the most loyal servant to divinity.
You are wrong! Humanity has its flaws, and you've exploited our weaknesses. But we shall not go down without a fight!
You are no longer whole! You are not the perfect creation I conceived! Be that as it may, how long shall thy resolve endure?
The righteous will always rise to defeat evil. I will defeat you, and await my own defeat. Whoever it is, the tide of resistance never ceases. False divinity, suffer my disobedience!
I cannot fall now. No wall is impregnable. Humanity has its flaws, exploited by the Threnodian. But we shall not go down without a fight. The waves of resistance shall never cease. Mankind will not be oppressed by the Threnodian. Now, be free.
Light, come hither!
Make way for your destroyer. Come to me. Mighty God Killer. Righteous One, please keep what happened between us. No. I know what I want to do now. I want to surpass you. You're strong. You could defy my wishes. But if one day your bond with the Sentinel is now a bond with me, you were their arbiter, and I want to be more than someone who works on trifles. Like
Hey, I'm more than a trifle.
Should the day come when you find yourself, I'd need to defy your wishes. Ignore your pleas. If, just like how you set me right, would you deny me the chance to return the favor, since I swore to be your blade?
Right now, you're less a blessed maid.
Well, my one I am rather headstrong. A knight. Yes, but truthfully, so much of this world feels unfamiliar to me now. Then it is one last thing. You should speak with Cantarella. I can send. I'll go.
So you haven't forgotten me. I shouldn't put my guest on. How is Cottage?
She needs to.
Understandable. Now,
What's this?
Blood Pact's pledge. Each head of you vanquished the consider this a token of.
Is that the only one?
You wish for more? Or is there something else you'd have me do? Though, of course, so.
Before I forget,
Tell me.
from this day forth,
I'll remember that.
will you tell the others?
I've spent so long preparing.
I'll take my leave then.
More tea?
This is a testament to my connection with the world around me, and it's very much my companion now, bearing witness to everything I've experienced on this journey. I will be there for everyone, as we head toward our shared future, leaving the past behind.
Wind be my blade. Purging all evil. Leave it to me. Wind be my blade. The wicked. The wicked. Hopefully this helps. Tempest of slashes. The wicked. Annihilation! I am the Tempest! The wicked. Purging all evil. The wicked. Hopefully this helps. Wind rises! The wicked. The wicked will face judgment! Whirl and Wuthering. Waves rise. Judgment strikes! The wicked. The wicked. Annihilation! The wicked will face judgment! I will be there for everyone as we head toward our shared future, leaving the past behind.